So you have this new coaching business and you're wondering, how do I price my coaching packages so that they are irresistible and people are just jumping for joy and saying yes? Stay tuned. We have 3 tips today to teach you how to price your coaching packages. Here we go. So I'm Mary Bicknell. I work with women who are business owners, are ready to create a life that they love, build a business to support it, and finally feel proud of what they've accomplished. So you've started your coaching or your consulting business, or you're expanding this and you're making the decision, what do I want to do to increase my rates? What do I want to do to actually price maybe you have a new offering. So there's a couple pieces of this puzzle that are really key for you. Number one is, let's talk a little bit about your money mindset. Your money mindset. So even when I said to you, like, hey, let's talk about pricing your coaching packages or your consulting packages, and let's do it like a high ticket offer. What came up for you? When you think of a high-end offer or charging a premium or high-end clients or up-leveling your rates, what happens? What comes up for you? Because see, that's going to be one of the biggest determiners for you having success and making the money that you want. So if you're designing a life that you want and you're creating a business around it, you need money to fund that life. So many times clients will have that moment where they are struggling with their money mindset. They feel that moment of like, oh my God, who am I to charge that much money? Or they say, who's going to even pay that? Is that you? I got you. I understand that. Let's talk a little bit more about that. But in the meantime, make sure wherever you're watching this, comment below. What's one of your money mindset issues? And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because every Wednesday you're going to get another training so that you can design your life and build the business that you're excited and proud of. So when it comes to money mindset, this is one of the things that I've determined that is one of the key factors in success or not success, right? For women, or increasing the life that they want or not having the life that they want. See, we're programmed. This is the truth. And you know this, this in here, it's about really owning it. We are programmed by how we were raised, our churches, our society, et cetera, and frankly, being women and maybe not making more money than your spouse. We are raised not to really value and take ownership for what we can offer to people. And then we are raised where everybody tells us how much we're worth. You get a job and they're like, stamp a number on your $5 an hour, $25 an hour, $50 an hour, $100 an hour. And when you are creating your own package, your own thing, your own business, suddenly you have this incredible opportunity to price your specialty, your methodology yourself. But nobody teaches you how to do that. So you got to ask yourself, what comes up for you when you think about money mindset and wealth and those kind of things. So the number one mistake that people make is they undercharge. Why do they do that? Why do women undercharge? Number one is, they haven't tested what would it sound like if I said it's $5,000 for 5 months, it's $5,000 for 90 days, it's $100,000 for a year. You've not really practiced saying a number that would make you feel a little stretched. I want to encourage you, whatever number you're thinking about for your consulting or coaching packages, add 20% to it, add 30% to it. Probably you're undercharging already. Now, how do you also know that you're undercharging? You know this because you're fried, you're burnt, and you start feeling resentful. I said it. You're feeling resentful to your clients because you're realizing you're pouring into them, you're adding so much value, they're having massive transformations, and you're suddenly having this dawning that, wow, the return on investment for this client is so much more than what I've charged. Well, the good news is the very next sales call that you have, double your rate, increase your rate. The thing with undercharging is a couple things. You're not going to attract in the kind of client who's all in. Don't you want a client who's all in, ready to go? If it's too little, some of those stretch clients that you really want, that ideal client that you're still a little nervous maybe to go for, she's never going to see you. Let me be honest. She's never going to see you. Why? Because if you have an offer that is below what she's thinking that she's willing to invest in her own head, and you have a lowball offer, she'll question like, is this any good? Is this even worth it? I'm not even going to bother. What could this person possibly teach me that if she's going to charge so little? If she thinks so little of her own value, of her own methodology, of her own system, not to charge a premium. Have you ever thought of it that way? I know most people haven't thought about that. It's that perceived value. If it's cheap, what value am I going to get out of that? Right? So when we charge an increased rate or a premium price, the good news is that you have clients that come to you and psychologically they are all in. They are all in. And guess what? This is the key here. You want to make your work fun? You charge higher rate so that you actually are all in. Remember what I said about resentment? When you charge a higher rate and you are all in and you recognize the exchange with your client, the value exchange is equitable. The work is so much fun. The work is so much, and you come at your best and she comes at her best. So premium pricing is the key. So how do you figure out premium pricing? One of the things I want to discourage you against doing, ready? Don't shop around with people who you think are in your same sphere of whatever consulting, coaching, service-based business you are. Because this is what will happen. You don't want to base your value on what somebody else has already based their value on. So Sally Jane over here might think, I can't possibly charge enough. And then she's charging whatever, $5,000. And you're like, well, I can't charge more than her. I want to encourage you. You have your own business for a reason. You have your own system, your own methodology for a reason. You have your own transformation for clients and the pathway for them, and it's yours, right? It's yours. And when you value it, your clients will value it. So what's a good starting point? What's a good starting point? Most coaches out in the world today, there's no reason that you're not earning at least $250 an hour. At least $250 an hour. Now, I never encourage my clients to do any one-off hour. So if you package something together, let's say that you work with somebody for 6 months and you see them an average of 3 times a month and it's roughly $250 an hour. So if you're charging $750 to $2,000 a month, for that 6 months, that would be close to $12,000 for 6 months. Plenty of people are investing that, you guys. Plenty of people are investing. And whether you're in health coaching, relationship coaching, life coaching, divorce coaching, mompreneur, teaching business consulting, I promise you that whatever rate you think is a lot, there's people tripling, quadrupling, 10xing that rate. So this is the last tip here. What do you need to do to own the value of your expertise? Now, most people are like, oh God, I don't know about calling myself an expert. This is what I want to give to you. You are an expert in the way that you do things. And because of that, it will be easier for you to price your coaching or your consulting or your service-based package at a higher rate because you're an expert in your methodology. There could be a lot of other people in your sphere, in your arena that do similar things, but nobody can do it quite like you. So show up consistently, increase your rate, don't undercharge, don't devalue your services, don't discount your services. Don't discount them. Don't whittle them down. Instead, focus on the abundance. Focus on there's plenty of clients for you. There's more than enough clients out there in the world for you to create the life that you want and fund it with all of the work that you're doing. I promise you, when you're focusing on what you want and the abundance, you will draw in and you will magnetize, you will bring to you the ideal client who's like, yes, and you will come together and it will be amazing work. So I'm Mary Bicknell. I want to encourage you to join my Facebook group. It's down below for women who specifically are ready to have more impact, more profit, more time. They want to feel better. They want to feel proud of themselves, and they are done. They are done not making the kind of money that they should be making. And if you're ready to really truly elevate your life, you want to break through, the link below is to get on the phone with me. Like, let's have a true breakthrough. Like, let's actually have a blindset breakthrough call, a business elevation call, where you can have somebody like me, an expert, looking in on what's holding you back from having everything that you want. Maybe it's that, frankly, that you just don't know what to do next. Maybe it's that you haven't had the marketing. Maybe it's that you've decided you want to increase your rate. Maybe it's that you've decided that you're all in on yourself and that you want to go to bed every night with your head on the pillow, feeling super proud of what you've accomplished that day. So this is Mary Bicknell. I'll see you next time. Bye.